Hi, I'm Crystal Dawn, reading the Transparent Communications of Eunoia. This is an email that was sent March 7th, 2025 to Pope Francis and the Vatican leadership. It says, Proposal, Steward of the Land Program. Your Holiness, Pope Francis and the Vatican leadership. In an era of profound environmental and social crises, the world stands at a crossroads. Issues such as ecological degradation, economic disparity, homelessness, and forced migration continue to affect millions. In the spirit of Laudato Si, which calls for an integral ecology that respects both the dignity of humanity and the health of our common home, we humbly seek the guidance, support, and blessing of the Catholic Church in advancing the Steward of the Land program, a pathway to sustainable living, ecological restoration, and human dignity for all. This initiative aligns with Catholic teachings on stewardship, social justice, and care for the poor. By fostering self-sustaining communities rooted in faith, harmony with creation, and the dignity of labor, Steward of the Land provides a tangible response to Pope Francis's call to hear both the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor. Program overview, Faith in Action for the Common Good. The Steward of the Land program is designed to create eco-villages worldwide, utilizing sustainable building methods and regenerative environmental practices. It empowers individuals, especially the marginalized, to build self-sufficient homesteads while contributing to global restoration efforts. Key components: sacred stewardship. Each participant receives a lifelong lease to a minimum of 1 acre of land, committing to build an eco-friendly home and restore the surrounding ecosystem. Creation, care, and environmental renewal. Participants engage in reforestation, permaculture, and wildlife protection, embodying the biblical call to tend and keep the earth. Genesis 2:15. Education and vocation. A structured education program provides skills in sustainability, construction, agriculture, and community governance, ensuring self-sufficiency. Global collaboration. Governments, indigenous communities, religious leaders, and scientists unite to guide responsible land use, ensuring just and ethical implementation. Customization for regional needs. While universally structured, the program can be adapted to national priorities and local church efforts in social justice, migration, and economic development. Education is a path to dignity and self-reliance. Education is at the heart of the program, offering free, accessible training in first aid and outdoor safety, basic and sustainable construction, indigenous knowledge and regional adaptation, food security and permaculture farming, ecosystem and wildlife stewardship, land restoration and climate resilience, community governance and conflict resolution. This model fosters self-reliance, community solidarity, and ethical responsibility, embodying the Catholic commitment to human dignity and empowerment. A home for the displaced, integrating migrants and refugees. The Steward of the Land program offers an inclusive framework for integrating displaced persons, including migrants and refugees, into new communities. Through hands-on participation in sustainable homesteading, reforestation, and land restoration, they find both economic stability and social belonging. The program aligns with the Vatican's 4 principles for welcoming migrants: welcome, protect, promote, and integrate, by providing land, education, and meaningful work. Land access and policy advocacy. A call for just stewardship. To succeed, this initiative requires global leadership to allocate land for restoration and sustainable development. We propose designating underutilized land for eco-villages, prioritizing the poor and landless, providing long-term leases instead of private ownership, ensuring collective sustainability, recognizing Indigenous wisdom and ecological knowledge in land governance, developing essential infrastructure to support new sustainable communities, encouraging church and government partnerships to fund and oversee implementation. Inspired by past Catholic-led land reform initiatives, we invite the Vatican to advocate for a moral and just approach to land access, one that acknowledges land as a shared gift from God, not merely commodity for profit. Transformative benefits, a mission of hope and renewal, environmental restoration and climate action, large-scale reforestation and carbon sequestration to combat climate change, biodiversity restoration through ethical land use and wildlife protection, localized food production, reducing dependency on global supply chains, social and economic transformation, dignified work opportunities, reducing reliance on government assistance, community-based living, fostering deep social bonds and cooperative responsibility, reduced homelessness and urban overcrowding, providing housing solutions grounded in sustainability, Indigenous and local leadership roles, honoring traditional ecological knowledge, a model of Christian leadership, a powerful Catholic-led initiative aligning with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, a global framework for addressing climate migration, poverty alleviation, and human dignity. A moral example of faith in action, demonstrating the Church's commitment to integral ecology. A call to the Vatican, the Church's role in global transformation. To bring this vision to life, we seek the Vatican's spiritual, moral, and institutional support. Specifically, we implore a formal endorsement from Pope Francis recognizing Steward of the Land as a vital initiative for ecological justice. Church-led advocacy for land reform policies that prioritize sustainability and human dignity. Vatican collaboration with governments and Catholic organizations to secure land, funding, and legal frameworks. Integration of the program within existing Catholic relief and development missions, ensuring widespread impact. Spiritual guidance and pastoral outreach, embedding faith-based principles into community governance. By embracing this initiative, the Church answers Christ's call to care for the poor and for creation, building a just and sustainable future for all. Conclusion, a moral imperative for our time. As stewards of God's creation, we must act decisively and compassionately. The Steward of the Land program is more than a policy proposal. It is a moral movement, a call to live in harmony with creation, and a response to the suffering of the marginalized. We place this appeal in your hands, Holy Father, and in the care of the Church. With your blessing and leadership, we can ignite a global movement of hope, restoration, and faith-driven action. May God guide this mission, and may the Church continue to be a beacon of light for all people seeking a future of dignity, sustainability, and peace. With deep respect and faith, Crystal Dawn, Sustainable Living. So that was written to Pope Francis, and unfortunately, he never got to be the Pope that put this into action. So hopefully now, Pope Leo, you will hear this call and step forward to help all of mankind unite for the greatest purpose of all. We need to make our home a place that is sustainable for the future, so that other generations can also have an earth to call home. Thank you.